Oh, I do this every time. Lights and it's just not as simple as go blah 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 rant. Right, okay, I'm not going to light up the background because it's quite a dark movie in a way. This is Deep Rising. Oh, another reason to keep them lights on. It has the lush neon orange, which is awesome in UV light. Awesome. Now, I do have this on big box VHS. Big box as well. Let's have a quick look. Babies, fair game. This is unplanned. If it's not this one, I'm going to give up. My God, it is. I couldn't have planned that any better. Whoa! He fell over. Body slam. It's a body slam. I literally just went. It's a white box. It was in like that. Deep Rising, big box VHS. This video was meant to happen when I hold the VHS. Now that has been seen better days. I've had this since back in the day. It's not a flip cover. It's a 15. Look at that. Please rewind. Video box office. This is from. A nice hole in it. So this is entertainment and video. The DVD and VHS are exactly the same. That is quite rare for that to happen. Entertainment and video, to me personally, haven't really jumped over to. I'm saying that. I'm sure entertainment and video did the tournament. Yeah. Sorry, entertainment and video. Sorry. Yeah, entertainment and video brought a tournament on Blu-ray. But yeah, if you look at stuff like entertainment and video, I'm just going to have a look at my collection there. Friday, there's one. American Werewolf in Paris, there's two. No, but entertainment and video, like The Mask was discontinued for ages. First came, it took ages to come out. But entertainment and video, Dark City. Dark City's been out on Blu-ray, briefly out on Blu-ray. But yeah, entertainment and video were massive back in the end of the VHS. You know, they pushed a lot of stuff out, and they always had the same kind of cover. They had a lot of Last Action Hero one. Yeah, Last Action Hero. Last Man Standing, another cover that glows like a motherfucker. Entertainment and video. You see what I'm going there for there. So yeah, anyway, entertainment and video. You know, right, basically you get a trailer on this and no extra features. Now I've had the VHS for years and I picked it up. I'm sure I already have it on DVD. But there's so many DVDs in here. It's going to be soon. This is what's really good about review rant. I can just rant. I don't have to worry about pointing at stuff or fast forward reviewing it and cutting. Just rant. If you don't like what I'm talking about, don't watch the video again. But if you do, like and subscribe to the channel. I will take a request, you know, if I've got it. That's the law. But yeah, I'm going to work through films I've never even opened, like Son of Kongs. 10 films there. Never watched. Always thought that would be a baboonery. Final score. I will watch that, Scott. Anyway. Stephen Summers. Is it Summerfield or Summerland or? It's wow. Stephen Summers with a PH. He's not real Stephen. Came and directed this movie. He would later on direct The Mummy, which, you know, The Mummy's found. It's a really good film, The Mummy. Mummy Returns is a bit. And he did Van Helsing, and then he did G.I. Joe, and then he did Thomas. Thomas didn't even get a Blu-ray release. And I can't tell you what he's done since. He sort of dropped off the map. The term Stephen Summers it was a term because he always wanted something bigger. He was very ahead of his time as a director, especially in the visual era. You know, he wanted bigger, especially with a fucking face coming out the clouds as a fucking mummy, fucking Emotep fucking comes flying along. He wanted it bigger. Emotep wasn't enough. He wanted a fucking sandstorm. And Brendan Fraser. But yeah, he's quite a good director. And this movie was very ambitious for the time. And a time where we didn't have creature features. Creature features then were, ooh, you know, and I think this actually got a similar release, heavily trailered back on VHS back in the day. Doof. I'm sure it's do. It almost had a bit of a Bram Stoker's It did use Bram Stoker's. Am I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm right. I'm wrong, right. You know, take of that. Bram Stoker's. I'm sure it used that. Well, the Actor Nocturnus or whatever it was called. It's not like the Titanic, but anyway. It's before the Titanic, actually. Storyline is there's a boat. It's on its main voyage, Titanic style. And there is a boat, and it's not Hulk Hogan Thunder in Paradise. It's a very similar looking boat. Shooting across the midnight ocean with some mercenaries downstairs with torpedoes, and they're going to take on. Their plan is to hijack and sink the ship, basically. And there's a lot of different characters in there. You've got the lovely, gorgeous lass from GoldenEye, Franklin Jensen or something. I'm forgetting her name, butchering her name. But you know, my friend David Sluggy, you know Sluggy, the guy who hasn't seen the fucking Goonies. He hasn't seen the Goonies, and he got a picture done at Comic-Con this year. And fuck my life, he's standing here for the picture, and she's not even in frame. She'll be over here. She'll be like, "Take the picture, please." You know, he's gonna fucking hate me. But yeah, I don't know. She's beautiful, but I'm not sure on her. But yeah, anyway, off that rant. You got the guy from Silence of the Lambs as the crazy ship owner. You got Treat Williams, who was in 10 Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. Did he take over Tom Berenger as a substitute 1 and 2? Teacher movies. Was he? No, he was. I'm trying to think of a film he was in. I think he might. Oh, he was in Phantom, wasn't he? Stuff like that. He was an uprising actor at the time. Big breakout role, leading it, you know. Then you had Benny. Not sure, but Benny's not his real name, but the guy who's always in Stephen Sommers' films as well. Then you've got Sagat, and the guy who plays Kano. You've got the guy from Once Were Warriors. You've got Jason Fleming's in this. It's a big cast. I mean, seriously, a lot of the cast are like, hey. But yeah, anyway, it's a big creature. It's coming out. It's an octopus, really. It's almost, hang on. Jump cut. This is Odell, the jump cut. Not meant a jump cut and fair review rant randoms, but yeah. So basically, there's loads of tentacles and then a big head. So it borrows a little bit from Tremors when they see all these tentacles chasing them and all that. Then at the end, there's a big surprise. The film hasn't aged very well. And I was watching it last night, and it's very ambitious, the whole Stephen Sommers it, when it's like, comes right across the fucking ocean, comes right up to this fucking massive multi-story cruise ship, it comes right up to the guy, flicking a cigarette, and about to go in the door, goes right into the ballroom, and you think, fuck me, that is an impressive shot for the time. It just hasn't aged well. And it's the same with special effects as well. Some of them look really good, but then some of the deposits about the outlines of the people change with the backdrop. They get a bit weird as well. And I think that's what really hasn't stood up to the test of time. The tentacles going, the bit where the guy falls out, which is a bit like Winky Wink there, John Voight from Anaconda when he falls out and winks. The guy when he gets fallen out the belly and gets up and screams, that's amazing. He's got half a head. I mean, I don't think even that's CGI. I think Oliver Harper's got a retrospect review on that. I'll definitely check out that video. It's amazing. And I think that's where I probably remember it like being like a real model. But yeah, one by one there was some pretty stuff. I mean, there's a woman goes down the fucking toilet and these tentacles just wreak havoc. But I mean, it's got a lot of forced humour as well. Benny, the girl from Ipanema, Benny has a lot of comedy timing in it as well, and he was originally killed off, but they obviously brought him back, and it's a film that's left open as you think another film is going to happen, which we never got. You know, it's just what happens, you know, what does happen, Odell. But yeah, it's so basically CGI is for the time it was amazing. I remember the film very fondly. Watching that back now, it goes, right, yeah, it's very ambitious but hasn't aged well. The acting seems to be alright. Treat Williams deserves a good breakout. I mean, he is a very good actor, but no one's got the name on the front cover. Full scream ahead. Wow. At 4,000 feet, they roam harmlessly, unseen by human eyes. At 20,000 feet, they have been known to eat full-size grown sharks. At 40,000 feet, rise from the deep. It is deep rising. Okay, it's a big ass tagline, spouted off by the guy who early on says what they could be. A head-on collision between Titanic and Alien, the people. To 15, full scream ahead down the side. Deep Rising is far better conceived, designed, directed and produced by the Titanic and scarier than Godzilla. Fuck my life. Right, don't get us wrong. Right, okay, so Titanic has been out. James Cameron's Titanic's a masterpiece. You can hate Leonardo DiCaprio all you want. When you look at that movie, it's an amazing, because the Titanic is actually in that movie. That's how much development went into there, and how much that movie not only broke ground for special effects, but water tanks. Huge big ass water tanks were made just for that movie. You know what I mean? Well, they used that in recently as well. They were borrowing it for Deep Blue Sea. They borrowed it for Deep Blue Sea as well. But scarier than Godzilla? Fuck off, man. Godzilla. If you're talking like Godzilla 1985, fair enough. You want to talk about that Godzilla? Fucking terrified me as a kid. Remember, we're not talking about the new Godzilla. But if you're talking about motherfucking Zilla with Matthew Broderick, who did that comment? London Evening Standard. Wow. Titanic with teeth? That's a really good comment. Great stunts, tremendous special effects. The special effects just haven't aged that well, guys. I'm sorry. Like, some great practical stunts in here. Oh, it's got one of the little booklets. It's got one of the booklets. Come here. Come here. Wow. So entertainment video. For a chapter selection, I'm going to put Odell down. Bye, Odell. Go bye. Okay, so we've got a chapter selection, 12 chapters. Set it off Dark City, Last Man Standing, Most Wanted, Tombstone, Once Were Warriors, coincidence or what? The Fan, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, The Crow, Up Close and Personal, The Piano, Original La Miserable, Pleasantville, Private Parts, Turbulence, Blast from the Past, Kingpin, Las Vegas, Nicolas Cage had behind in there, and then other films, 7 Years in Tibet, Lost in Space, Donnie Darko. But yeah, random review. So yeah, looking at some of them titles there, it could be part of a premium collection down the line. I can't see Arrow picking it up. It's just one of the ones where it's all over the place. Could just get jumped out on Blu-ray. Just looking for a perfect example of that. Don't have one handy. Another good film, but I'm just looking there, is The Triangle. If you want to see films on a boat that really twist your head, The Triangle's a good one. Good one. So I've been Steve Mason. Never seen it before. Worth watching. Definitely. Hasn't aged tremendously, but it's definitely deserves its place. I've been Steve Mason. I've just fucking said that. This isn't The Triangle. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Outtake number 1. Do you remember when I said my friend Sluggy got a picture with the girl? How far away does he want to be from her right now? It's like it's one of them photo ops that's a bad microphone's terrible, like, but yeah. How far? Aren't you meant to be like, hey, ho? Not like, you alright? So I'm just going to quickly have a look at the trailer. It is. Dun 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 dun. Good times forever. Do. Yep. It's a good memory, that. Funny story about that tune. Couldn't use it for my original Trigger Inside. So my favourite bands ever, Therapy. Yeah, just randomly there. Thanks, Therapy. I was over the moon years ago when they actually let me use Trigger Inside as my showreel song, and I started it off with that into the Trigger Inside. Had to replace it and use an actual Therapy backing track as well. So funny story, end this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.